Okay, we'll start. Hare Krishna. Am I audible?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, yes, you're audible, Prabhu.
Okay.
Before we begin, Prabhu, just a minute, Prabhu. Shivagana Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Shivagana Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Am I audible?
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu, yes, you're audible, Prabhu. Braj Prakash Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Dharam Pranam Prabhu.
Danda Pranam Prabhu. Prabhu, you can please welcome Prabhu and then we'll begin the session.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Dharam Pranam to everyone. I'd like to welcome all the devotees and especially welcoming His Grace Gaura Darshan Prabhu. Due to current situations, we could not hold this program as per our schedule. But still, Lord is very merciful. We have the sound vibration and Prabhu is there available on the Zoom. So let's all together welcome Prabhuji by taking short of the holy name. Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
I request all the devotees to please mute yourself. Anutum Gopal Prabhu, can you mute everyone, Prabhuji, please?
Okay, okay.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Shall we start, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Gnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishnapreshthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin iti namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nitya-nanda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. My humble obeisances to all the devotees who assembled for this program. Today is the auspicious disappearance day of Srila Madhavendra Puri. So today we will discuss the glories of Madhavendra Puri, one of the prominent acharyas, in fact the foremost acharya in the Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, who manifested love of Krishna. Now, who spoke his story? Who spoke the wonderful pastime of Madhavendra Puri? Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally spoke. As all of us know, it is the Supreme Personality Godhead Krishna who manifested in the form of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with the mood of a devotee, with the emotions of a devotee. The Supreme Personality of Godhead appeared as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but he is playing the role of a devotee of the Supreme Lord. Radha Bhavadyuti Subalitam Naumi Krishna Swarupam means the Lord has accepted the mood of Srimati Radharani, and the Lord has accepted the complexion of Srimati Radharani and appeared in the form of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And in the mood of a devotee, the Lord is chanting the holy names of the Lord, performing Harinam Sankirtan, and inspiring many other devotees and giving teachings of devotional service. He's doing so many such things. But one of the things that the Lord does is he himself glorifies other devotees. And one of the shlokas of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita says that the Lord uh, behaves as if he has five mouths when he is glorifying the devotees. Right? So Bhaktera Mahima Kahite Paya Prabhu Sukha. Bhaktera Mahima Kahite Haya Panchamukha. When the Lord speaks the glories of devotees, he becomes so ecstatic, so happy, and he speaks as if he has five mouths. That's how Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu glorifies his devotees. Once Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was traveling from Shantipur to Jagannath Puri. What was the context? Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu just accepted sannyas, and he was instructed by his mother Sachi Mata to make Jagannath Puri his headquarters. So, with that intention of going to Jagannath Puri and settling there, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was traveling from Shantipur all the way to Jagannath Puri. And he was accompanied by four of his prominent associates, Nityananda Prabhu, Jagadananda, Damodara, and Mukunda. So these four great devotees along with Lord Chaitanya were traveling from Shantipur all the way to Jagannath Puri. On the way, the Lord came to a place called Ramuna. And at Ramuna, there is this beautiful temple of Gopinathji. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took darshan of Gopinathji. And that Gopinath is popularly known as Kheer Chor Gopinath. Why? Once he has stolen a pot of kheer for his dear devotee, Madhavendra Puri. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took darshan of that Kheer Chor Gopinath. He offered obeisances to the Lord. And when Mahaprabhu is taking darshan and offering obeisances, Gopinathji's crown of flowers, Pushpa Choda, fell on the head of Lord Chaitanya. Mahaprabhu is very pleased. All the devotees also became very happy and started chanting and dancing. Then everybody understood, oh, how intense Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's love is, that even Krishna is reciprocating with that love and affection by offering him a pushpachuda, a flower crown from his own head. So that's how Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was ecstatic in the uh, place of Ramuna. Then Mahaprabhu became inspired to uh, sit and speak about Madhavendra Puri along with the devotees to the devotees who were accompanying him. So Mahaprabhu was very eager to receive that Mahaprasad Kheer, special kheer called Amrita Keli, which was offered to Gopinathji, and he sat and he started narrating the story of Madhavendra Puri. Who told him the story? Of course, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He knows everything. But still, during his manifest pastimes, his Guru Ishwara Puri narrated to him the story of Madhavendra Puri. Because Madhavendra Puri is the Guru of Ishwara Puri. So Madhavendra Puri's disciple is Ishwara Puri. Ishwara Puri's disciple is Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya heard about Madhavendra Puri from Ishwara Puri. So now Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is speaking about Madhavendra Puri to all the devotees who are present there, especially Nityananda, Jagadananda, Damodar, and Mukunda. So let's see what he spoke. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started narrating. He said that once Madhavendra Puri went to Vrindavan, he came to Giriraj Govardhan hill, and he was immersed in Krishna Prema. He was unable to understand what is day, what is night, what is a proper place and what is not a proper place. He's standing, he's walking, he's falling, he's dancing in great ecstasy. He did Govardhan Parikrama and he took bath in Govindakund and he sat under a tree near Govindakund for his evening chanting. So Madhavendra Puri wouldn't even beg anyone for some food. Madhavendra Puri is so detached and renounced that only if somebody voluntarily comes and offers him some food, he will accept it. Otherwise, he will simply fast and chant the holy names of Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. So as Madhavendra Puri was sitting and chanting, one cowhead boy came there. He held a pot of milk in his hands. With a great enchanting smile, he told Madhavendra Puri, "Oh Puri, please drink this milk. Why don't you beg some food and eat? What kind of meditation are you doing? You are not even eating anything. Okay, anyways, take this pot of milk and drink this milk." And Madhavendra Puri saw this beautiful boy. He became very impressed. He became very satisfied. He received that pot of milk and asked him, "My dear child, who are you? Where do you stay? And how do you know that I am fasting?" Then the boy said, "I'm a cowhead boy. I'm a Gopa. I reside in this village only. Here in this village of Govardhan, no one should fast. One should beg food and eat, but you should not fast. Some people drink only milk. Some people can eat some food, but I will supply them all food." So no one should fast. So he just said like this very sweetly. Madhavendra Puri was very enchanted by this little child's words, and the boy said, "Here are some women who came there to take some water, to fetch some water. Then they have seen you and they noticed that you are sitting there alone and then chanting. You are not even begging food. So they requested me to offer this pot of milk uh, to you. Now I must go to milk the cows. I will come back and take this pot. You drink this pot and then take rest." The boy left. So Madhavendra Puri took that milk, drank that milk. He washed the pot. He kept the pot nearby, and he was waiting for the boy to come back. He said that he will come back here after milking the cows, but he's not coming. So Madhavendra Puri could not sleep. He was waiting for the boy. He sat and chanted, and somehow uh, the night was passing, and somewhere closer to the early morning hours, he dozed a little. He just slept little. Generally, he wouldn't sleep, but somehow he dozed a little. Then he had a dream. In the dream, that same boy who brought him this pot of milk spoke to him. He appeared in the dream and said, "Oh Madhavendra Puri, I reside in this bush. My name is Gopal. I reside in this bush and I suffer severe cold, severe rain and winds and scorching heat. Can you please take me out of these bushes? Can you please construct a temple for me on the top of that hill? Can you please install me? And can you please wash me with large quantities of water, cold water, so that my body may be clean and become cool? Uh, for so many days, I was waiting for you to come here and establish my service and serve me. I have accepted your service, because you are an ecstatic bhakta. You are a loving devotee. Mm. So, my name is Gopal. I am the one who lifted Giriraj Govardhan hill. I was installed here by Vajra, but what to do? When some Yavanas, Mlechas attacked this place, the pujari who was serving me ran away after hiding me in this bush. He became very fearful. So now that you have come here, can you please bring me back and and establish my worship again? Then the boy disappeared from the dream. Then Madhavendra Puri got up from his sleep and he started thinking. He was wondering, my God, what kind of dream is this? Means the boy who came to me with that milk pot is Krishna himself. I am so fortunate to take darshan of Krishna in the form of a little cowhead child. So I saw Krishna directly, but although I saw Krishna directly, I could not even recognize him. He felt little embarrassed, but he thought, my service is to now bring out Gopal from the bushes and establish worship. So Madhavendra Puri got up from the sleep. He took his morning bath. and he went into the village and started making an announcement to all the village people. He said, "Oh, villagers, this Giridhari, Govardhan Giridhari, Krishna, Gopal, he's lying in the bushes in the form of a deity. We are supposed to go and rescue him. We are instructed to establish a worship of Gopalji. Please come out of your homes and then help me rescue Gopal." Now, when some stranger is coming and making such an announcement without any proof, it's very difficult to believe it. But because of the vibrant presence of Madhavendra Puri, because of his own purity, because of his own sanctity and saintly qualities, all the villagers spontaneously believed that what Madhavendra Puri said is true. Because if some stranger comes and says, "Oh, okay, there is some deity lying there in the bushes, let's go and rescue it," it's a bit difficult to believe. But the purity of Madhavendra Puri made everyone believe that. When we have purity in the heart, when we have sincerity in our heart, when our motives are pure, naturally people will trust us. That's why saintly people or innocent children uh, and the Supreme Lord Himself, whenever they say something, people will automatically believe because they don't hold any ulterior motives in their hearts. Our pure motives make us feel trustworthy, make us trustworthy for other people. Other people consider that we are pure, we are trustworthy when our sadhana is pure, when we have Vaishnava qualities, when we feel, when we connect with Krishna sincerely, that sincere establishment of our relationship with Krishna will naturally make us trustworthy and dependable for everyone. So everybody believed Madhavendra Puri. They they uh, came with their crowbars and other paraphernalia to clear the bushes and then somehow managed to go to that place where Gopalji is lying in the form of a deity. They cleared the path, they cut down the bushes, they entered the jungle, and they finally found this beautiful Gopalji deity. But the deity was covered with dirt and grass. See, they were wondering, my God, they were astonished. This deity is lying here, we never knew. Then, then they cleansed the deity nicely, and some strong people, well-built people, they carried the deity of Gopalji to the top of the hill, and there was no temple. What will they do? They took a big stone and made that stone into a throne, and they took another stone and kept that stone as a support for the deity from behind. And that's how Gopalji's deity was installed there. There's no altar, only two stones, one to support him from bottom, one to support him from behind. So then, with this arrangement, all the Brahmana priests of that village gathered 900 pots of water. They brought this water from Govindakund, and people were singing and playing music and they were dancing, and they brought all kinds of paraphernalia like milk and curd and ghee and various sweets and tulsi leaves and flowers and garments and ornaments and different kinds of presentations were brought, and Madhavendra Puri personally bathed the deity. This is the Abhishek ceremony. Madhavendra Puri performed the Abhishek of Gopalji, and after a long time, and Madhavendra Puri massaged the deity with fragrant oil. He bathed the deity with Panchagavya. Panchagavya means milk, curd, ghee, cow urine, and cow dung. So these five cow products are together called Panchagavya. So first, Madhavendra Puri bathed the deity with Panchagavya. Then he bathed the deity with Panchamrit. Panchamrit means again milk, curd, ghee, honey, and sugar water. So Madhavendra Puri bathed the deity with Panchamrit, Panchagavya, and he performed a great Abhishek ceremony, Mahasnan, with ghee and water. And he massaged the Lord's body with scented oil. And, and he kept all these auspicious liquids in a conch shell, and then he offered. All the devotees already know how to perform Abhishek. At least we must have seen Abhishek ceremonies in various places. uh, they use Shankha to bathe the deities. So after the bathing ceremony is over, after the Abhishek ceremony is over, the deity of Gopalji is dressed nicely, decorated nicely, and sandalwood pulp is applied. Tulsi garlands are offered, fragrant flower garlands are offered, and bhoga is offered. Aarti is performed. Uh, in this way, there's a great, uh, grand celebration. And after that, there's another celebration. This is called Annakota ceremony. So regular Abhishek and Sringar and bhoga and Aarti are over. But next is another elaborate ceremony called Annakota ceremony. All the villagers nearby brought their whatever stock of rice they had. They brought rice, dal, wheat flour, large quantities of other food items. They made into a mountain of rice, and they surrounded that mountain of rice with all kinds of food items arranged in pots. Then about 10 brahmanas cooked grains, and 5 brahmanas cooked dry and liquid vegetables like spinach, roots, and fruits, and many other items are made nicely. And they are very tastefully, very aesthetically arranged. Sweet rice, cream, many other things were arranged. Now, Gopal, in the form of his deity, he ate everything. The Lord was very hungry. There was no worship for a long time. Sometimes common people, materialistic people may think that, oh, deities in the temple are simply dolls, idols, they don't eat anything. Uh, so they may have different opinions about the deities. But Madhavendra Puri, with his divine loving vision, he could clearly perceive that Gopalji was eating every item that is offered to him. Actually, Gopalji is very hungry. He did not eat for so many days. Now Gopalji started eating and he was so hungry that he ate everything that is being offered. Yadyapi Gopala Sabba Annavyajana Khaila Tarahasta Sparshe Punaha Tema Nihaila. Although Gopal ate everything with his divine senses, but he manifested everything back. All that Anakot is presented in front of him. So many food items are there, hundreds of food items are there in front of him. He ate everything and he transcendentally and inconceivably manifested everything. But common people cannot perceive this. Common people could not understand that the Lord has actually eaten everything. Devotees understand, even neophyte devotees also understand that the Lord eats with his transcendental senses. Anga niyasya sakalendriya vrittimanti pashyanti panti kalayanti chiram jaganti. Means the Lord has transcendental senses, divine senses. So even by his glances, he eats everything. That we know. Devotees, even sadhaka bhaktas also know this fact. So that is understandable. But there are devotees, very exalted devotees, who actually perceive the Lord eating the food. Mhm. It's not just some kind of philosophical, quote unquote, theoretical understanding that the Lord eats the food that we offer with love. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati. We know that when we offer flower or fruit or leaf or water with love and affection and devotion, the Lord will accept it, the Lord will eat it. This we understand. But it's not just a philosophical understanding. Great divine, great exalted devotees will literally perceive the Lord eating the food and again manifesting everything. Iha anubhava kaila madhava gosai. Tarathai Gopalera Lukana Kichunai. So Madhavendra Puri personally perceived how Gopalji ate everything personally, and he manifested everything again. He perceived it. But other devotees understood that, okay, Lord, I must have eaten. And such a great grand festival was organized within just one day. Within one day. एकदिनेर उद्योगे ऐच्य महोत्सव कैला गोपाल प्रभावे हया अन्य न जनिला. Ekadinera Udyogi. Within one day, the deity of Gopalji is found from the bushes, established in a temporary kind of temple, and elaborate abhishek is performed, elaborate bhoga is offered, wonderful dressing and decoration and annakut ceremony is performed. All this happened in one day. So when the Lord wants something to happen, who can stop it? Gopala Prabhave Haya Anya Najanila. Everything happened by Gopala's Prabhava, by the influence of the deity of Gopal. Everything has been accomplished within one day. Only a devotee can understand it. Others cannot understand it. We are simply instruments. When we desire to serve Krishna in a certain way, and if Krishna approves that desire, it will happen. So it may be materially inconceivable. Materially speaking, it may be very, very difficult to happen, but when the Lord bestows some mercy, definitely it will happen. And devotees understand that everything is happening by Krishna's grace. So even we happen to perform great service, we should be humble. We should not think that it is because of my prabhava, my potency, things are happening. We should always think that it is because of Gopala prabhava, because of the potency of Gopal, because of the blessings and sanction and approval of Gopal, everything is happening. Within one day, such a great festival is organized. DT itself was not existing, but um, but uh, such a festival happened within one day. And after this festival, the deity was put to rest. Madhavendra Puri performed Achaman, offered betel nuts, tambula to the deity of Gopal, and he performed little arti and put him to rest. And later, slowly, a temporary temple was constructed and covering Gopalji from all sides. And nicely prasadam was distributed, and Annakut ceremony was repeatedly performed by all the members of nearby villages. And Madhavendra Puri also uh, initiated some Brahmanas into Vaishnava tradition and engaged them in various services of the deity. Right. So that's deity worship is nicely established. And eventually, one wealthy person came there and sponsored for a small temple for Gopalji. So Gopalji is being nicely worshipped. Okay. In Vrindavan at Giriraj Govardhan. Okay. Now, this Giriraj Govardhan and Vrindavan are the ideal places for the worship of the Lord. Vrajavasi Lokera Krishna Sahaja Piriti Gopalera Sahaja Priti Vrajavasi Prati. Vrajavasi Lokera Krishna Sahaja Priti. All the Vrajavasis have natural affection towards Krishna. And Gopalera Sahaja Priti, the Lord's natural love, is also towards Vrajavasi Prati. So the Lord naturally loves the Vrajavasis, and the Vrajavasis naturally love the Lord Gopalji. Thus, Vrindavan is a place where the Lord and the devotees love each other in transcendental affection. Of course, the Lord loves everyone everywhere, but everyone everywhere doesn't love the Lord. But in Vrindavan, everyone loves the Lord. Thus, Vrindavan is the ideal place to execute Krishna consciousness. There is a responsive, reciprocal relationship between Krishna and his devotees. The more a devotee sincerely loves Krishna and engages in his service, the more Krishna reciprocates with that emotions. So much so that highly advanced devotees can even talk with Krishna face to face. Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mamupayanti te. Someone who is constantly engaged in Krishna's service, pritipurvakam, with love and affection, will get that intelligence from Krishna. Krishna will give him that intelligence to serve him, to reach him ultimately. So, all the Vrajavasis served Krishna in this way. All the Govardhanvasis served Krishna in this way. So, so many people, throngs of people used to come from nearby villages, and they would beg for a chance. Can I perform Annakota ceremony today? Can our village get an opportunity to organize this Annakota ceremony today? So day after day, devotees are coming and volunteering to perform Annakota ceremony. This Annakota become a great festival. Gopala dekhiye sabar khande dukha shoka. Just seeing Gopalji, people's distress is completely destroyed. Then some big capitalist from Mathura came and brought so many presentations like gold and silver and garments and different scented articles and other things. And one rich Kshatriya also constructed a small temple, and this nice worship is established there. A great spiritual community is established there. Basically, a deity in a temple with some property, with some opportunity to distribute prasad, with some preaching and devotional service, and all these things centered in a deity, eventually establishes a big spiritual community. Deities are the center of spiritual communities. All members in a spiritual community keep the deity as the center of their life. All festivals are conducted for that deity. All services are done to please that deity. So that deity is Krishna himself. Krishna manifested in the form of the deity. All devotees are devoted to the deity. They begin their day in the temple hall. They end their day in the temple hall. Whatever they do around the temple is meant for his pleasure. So uh, that's the power of a deity. And Prabhupada established so many deities across the globe. And two renounced Bengali Brahmanas came to Vrindavan. Madhavendra Puri saw them, initiated them, and entrusted them with daily service of Gopalji. So, as this worship has been nicely established, one day Madhavendra Puri got another dream, second dream. So 2 years passed. Like this, 2 years happily passed in worship of Gopalji. After 2 years, Madhavendra Puri got another dream. In that dream, again he saw Gopalji, and Gopalji told Madhavendra Puri, "My body is still feeling that heat. Although you washed me with so many pots of water, but still I am feeling that heat, even after 2 years. Can you please get some sandalwood from Malaya mountain region and smear that sandalwood pulp all over my body so that the bodily temperature can be reduced, can be decreased?" Then Madhavendra Puri said, "Yes, of course I will do." He's a great symbol, great example of selfless service. He would extend himself for any amount of service. So, Prabhu Agnaya, Palibare. So, just to execute the order of his dearest Prabhu Gopalji, Madhavendra Puri entrusted that worship to the local Brahmanas and the Bengali Brahmanas that whom he has initiated. So, and to he alone went to perform, alone went to get some sandalwood pulp from Malaya Hill region, basically in Jagannath Puri region. Uh, so Madhavendra Puri, on his way, he came to Shantipur and he saw Advaitacharya there. Advaitacharya was ecstatic to see Madhavendra Puri. So Advaitacharya begged Madhavendra Puri to initiate him, and Madhavendra Puri initiated Advaitacharya and then proceeded towards south. Eventually, Madhavendra Puri came to a place called Remuna. And it is at Remuna temple, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is describing the story of Madhavendra Puri. So Madhavendra Puri came to Remuna. And Madhavendra Puri became so overwhelmed to see the beautiful deity of Gopinathji there. He chanted and he danced in the temple corridor, and he saw the pujaris making preparations for bhoga offering for Gopinathji deity. So Madhavendra Puri asked the pujaris, "Oh pujaris, can you please tell me what kind of food do you offer? What are some special items that you offer the deity of Gopinathji?" Then some pujaris told him that we offer a special sweet called Amritakeli. The Lord loves it. And this Amritakeli kheer is very famous in our area. Then Madhavendra Puri thought, if someone can give me a little bit of Amritakeli sweet rice without me asking, I can make a similar preparation and offer it to my Gopalji in Vrindavan in Govardhan. He desired like that. Every day they offer 12 earthen pots of Amritakali sweet rice, and that day offering was going on, and Madhavendra Puri meanwhile inquired about this offering. But Madhavendra Puri was overwhelmed with another thought. He felt very ashamed now. Oh, Bhoga offering is still going on? And somehow my mind desired to eat that sweet rice which is still being offered to the Lord. It's an offense. Of course, Madhavendra Puri did not eat anything. Even within the mind, to think of eating something which is still being offered to the Lord is an offense, right? Madhavendra Puri felt very embarrassed and very ashamed to even have this thought in his mind. Oh, how could I even desire to eat like this? He felt very ashamed. He thought he offended the Lord. Then Madhavendra Puri said, I should not be here. So he waited till the Bhog offering is over. Darshan got opened. He saw the darshan of the Lord, he saw the arti of the Lord, and he left there silently without telling anyone because he was embarrassed. So basically, when we are making offerings to the deities, we should not desire to eat something. Madhavendra Puri is on a different plane. His desire to taste that Amritakali sweet rice was not for his own sense gratification. He just wanted to make a similar offering to Gopalji, therefore he wanted to taste it. But neophyte devotees or normal people, they may desire to taste prasadam of the Lord for their own happiness. But Madhavendra Puri was not like that. And one more small observation here, Madhavendra Puri desired to taste it so that he can prepare a similar Amrit Kali offering for Gopalji. What does it mean? Just by tasting this Amrit Kali, Madhavendra Puri can replicate that offering. He doesn't need a recipe. Just by tasting it, he can understand. Okay, how much should I boil the milk? How much sugar should I put? He can clearly get the recipe just by tasting it a little bit. He's an expert cook also. Prabhupada notices that. Anyways, Madhavendra Puri felt embarrassed and he left that place. So Madhavendra Puri avoided begging. Generally, he wouldn't beg. Completely unwatched by anyone, completely indifferent towards anything material. He just went ahead towards Jagannath Puri because it became little night time. He sat at one place in a marketplace and he continued to chant, hoping to continue his journey the next morning. He was fasting. He did not even eat anything. He's just chanting the names of the Lord. And by the way, if he is not eating anything, what will nourish him? The holy name of Krishna will nourish him. So exalted devotees, even if they don't eat anything, they are happy and healthy and strong enough to serve the Lord because one who tastes the holy name of Krishna never starves. Even though there is no food entering their bodies in a physical form, in the form of dal, rice, chapati, sabji, etc., still they are nourished. Their body is strong because they are constantly chanting the holy names of the Lord. The holy name of the Lord will never allow a devotee to starve. So, of course, we should not imitate great souls, but great souls can survive based on their spiritual food of holy name chanting. So, Madhavendra Puri went and sat in a marketplace and started chanting. Meanwhile, there was a third dream. This third dream is not Madhavendra Puri's dream. This is the dream of the priest of Gopinathji temple. This time, Lord Gopinathji in Ramuna appeared in the dream of his own pujari in his sleep. That night, the pujari was sleeping, and suddenly Gopinathji appeared in his dream and said, "Oh pujari, I have kept one pot of Amritakeli sweet rice for a sannyasi named Madhavendra Puri who came to see me today. None of you noticed me." So now none of you noticed him, but a very exalted sannyasi devotee came there, silently took the darshan and left. I wanted to offer him a pot of sweet rice. So I have hidden it behind me, behind curtain. And none of you noticed it. Generally, 12 pots of Amrit Keli are offered to Gopinath ji. That day, one part was missing. Only 11 parts came out. But nobody noticed it because of Gopinath's transcendental mystic potency. Nobody noticed it. But now the Lord is revealing it. I have stolen one part. So you pick up that part and deliver it to Madhavendra Puri. You know where he is? He is in the marketplace. Go and give it to him. Immediately the pujari got up from his sleep. He took a bath immediately. He opened the temple door because before entering the temple you should take a bath. He opened the door and he found that pot of Amrita Keli hiding behind Gopinathji. He was astonished and he picked up that pot. Now you notice this pujari. This pujari has been serving Gopinathji very sincerely for a long time. But the Lord has never stolen sweet rice for him. Now another devotee came from another place as a visitor for a short while, and the Lord has stolen for him. Now, generally, when you have been serving the Lord or some senior person for a long time, if they don't give you so much attention, and if they give attention to some new person, how will you feel? There is some kind of pain or inferiority complex or little jealousy, little envy, or at least a feeling of discomfort must be there in the heart, right? In the heart of a general neophyte sadhaka or an average human being. I have been serving the Lord for a long time, and then Lord never stole anything for me, and he is a stranger, and then he gets so much attention from the Lord. And the Lord has stolen this pot of sweet rice. Pujari did not feel that, let me taste it a little bit. He very honestly, with absolutely no envy or jealousy, he picked up that sweet rice, Amrit Keli sweet rice pot, and he went to Madhavendra Puri. He went to the marketplace. He started making an announcement. Madhavendra Puri, where are you? Who is that person whose name is Madhavendra Puri? Please come here and take this pot of Amrita Keli. The Supreme Lord, in his form as Gopinathji in Ramana temple, has personally stolen it for you. Tomalagi Gopinatha Kshirat Kailachuri. For your sake, Gopinathji has become uh, uh, a thief now. Of course, he's always a thief. He steals our hearts. But this time, for his devotee, he has stolen a pot of Amrit Keli sweet rice. You are most fortunate in all the three worlds. Please come and collect this pot. And Madhavendra Puri could hear it. That's night time. Everybody must be sleeping. But Madhavendra Puri was standing. And when he heard Gopinathji's name and his own name, he just got up and then he came in front of Pujari. And as soon as the Pujari saw this brilliant, effulgent sannyasi Madhavendra Puri, the Pujari offered prostrated obeisances in front of Madhavendra Puri. And he, falling flat like a rod at his lotus feet, the Pujari kept this pot of Amrita Keli in Madhavendra Puri's hands. See, this is the heart of a sincere Vaishnava. There is absolutely no envy. There is only appreciation for another Vaishnava's good fortune. When another devotee is, when another devotee receives some special mercy of the Lord, we should feel happy. We should rejoice. We should celebrate. Instead of feeling jealous or envious, instead of passing a comment that, oh, he doesn't deserve so much mercy, but still he's getting some attention. That naked pinch story that Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur says, like that. Even if somebody is so glorious, an envious person cannot accept that glory, cannot appreciate that glory. In fact, they start envying that glorious person. But without Krishna's sanction, can somebody become more glorious? It is only because of Krishna's blessings, Krishna's approval, Krishna's sanction that somebody becomes glorious. Somebody becomes um, a recipient of Krishna's special grace. If Krishna has bestowed upon him some blessing, who am I to feel uncomfortable with it? That's why envy towards another Vaishnava is actually envy towards Krishna. Right? So we are envious of another devotee means we are disapproving Krishna's plan. We are not accepting Krishna's plan or Krishna's sanction. Krishna has sanctioned that this devotee must receive this good fortune, and we are feeling uncomfortable with it. That means we are not sincere enough in our bhakti. We are not accepting Krishna's will. We are not accepting Krishna's decision or sanction. So one should transcend that envy. When there is envy in the heart, one cannot advance in bhakti. And instead of envying another person, just appreciate that person. Be happy. And when we are genuinely happy seeing another devotee receiving such great blessing or good fortune, Krishna will bestow similar good fortune upon us. But if we are envious of another devotee, probably whatever fortune we have, that may be taken away also. Therefore, we should never envy another Vaishnava. And we should sincerely appreciate, we should actually take inspiration from such exalted devotees instead of demeaning them or disrespecting them or trying to belittle them. So the typical tendency of an average human being is when somebody is glorious, they try to pass some remarks or pass some comments or find some faults, and consciously or unconsciously, directly or indirectly, knowingly or unknowingly, they try to belittle others. That should not be the mood of a sincere devotee. One should genuinely rejoice and be happy seeing the glory of another devotee. So this Pujari, he is also fortunate. He is also glorious. Gopinath ji allowed him to serve him for a long time, and Gopinath ji personally appeared in the dream of the devotee, and this devotee is very happy and self-satisfied and content in the amount of mercy that he has received, and now he's appreciating the good fortune of another devotee. Right? So we need to be satisfied with the spiritual privilege that we received. We need to be grateful for whatever blessings that we have received. We need to count our blessings. Then we can appreciate another devotee's good fortune. But when we don't have gratitude for what we have received, we always feel envious of what others have received. Simple, right? When I am not grateful for what I have received in my life, even without my qualification, I start feeling envious of what other Vaishnavas have received in their lives. So let us not fail to uh, count our blessings. Let us not fail to be grateful for the blessings and spiritual privileges that we have received. We should think that I got this opportunity to chant. I got this opportunity to associate with devotees. I am given a chance to read Srimad Bhagavatam, speak Srimad Bhagavatam, discuss Srimad Bhagavatam. I have been bestowed with the great fortune of rendering loving service to Krishna in some capacity or the other. Am I qualified for all this? Do I deserve to be with devotees? Do I deserve to wear this tilak? Do I deserve to wear this kantimala? Do I deserve to be in the association of devotees? Do I deserve to hear Bhagavatam or speak Bhagavatam? Do I deserve to serve devotees like this? So without me deserving all these spiritual privileges, I have been given so many opportunities to serve the Lord, be with devotees. Let me be grateful for it. When the heart is filled with gratitude, envy has no place in such a heart. Envy doesn't find any place because heart is filled with gratitude. This feeling of gratitude, this emotion of gratitude and humility are occupying this entire heart. When envy comes there, envy feels, sorry, I don't have any space here. It's so congested here, and envy will run away. Pride will run away. When there is humility in the heart, then pride will run away. When there is gratitude in the heart, the dissatisfaction, discontentment, envy, feeling of jealousy, intolerance, seeing others' good fortune cannot exist in such a heart which is filled with gratitude. So we need to count our blessings. We need to feel grateful for what we have received. This wonderful Pujari, he is so satisfied with the opportunity that he had to serve Gopinathji. He is so blissful to see Gopinathji in his dream. And in fact, he is so so fortunate, and he felt so blessed that the Lord has chosen me to do this service of a postman, of delivering this pot of sweet rice to Madhavendra Puri there. When Krishna engages us in the service of another Vaishnav, we are very fortunate. When Krishna engages us in his service, we are fortunate. But when Krishna engages us in the service of his devotees, we are more fortunate. Because in spiritual life, being Das is not as great as being Dasanudas. So Dasanudas, even Vritrasur prays, Aham hare tava padaika dasanudaso bhavitasmi bhuyah manah smaretasu pater gunamste grinitava karma karotu kayah. He says, Aham hare tava padaika dasanudaso bhavitasmi. Dasanudaso bhavitasmi means I want to become the servant of the servant of the servant of the servant of your servants, O Lord. I don't want to be your servant directly. I want to be the servant of your servants. Majjanmanah palamidam madhukaitabhare matprarthaniyamadanugraha esha eva त्वद्भृत्य भृत्य परिचारक भृत्य भृत्य भृत्यस्य भृत्य इति मां स्मर लोकनाथ मज्जन्मनः फलमिदं मधुकैटभारे ओ मधुकैटभारे O Lord who has killed Madhu and Kaitaba demons, I consider that Majjanmanaha Phalamidam. I consider that the phalam, the fruit, the purpose of my janma, the real meaning of my appearance or my birth is fulfilled when you consider me as the servant of 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 your servants. Means Tvadbhritya Bhritya Paricharaka Bhritya Bhritya Bhrityasya Bhritya Itimam Smara Lokanatha. 7 times he says the word servant, Bhritya. Bhritya Paricharaka means servant. So we need to understand the value of being a servant of the servant. So let's not aspire to just serve Krishna alone or Guru alone. We need to serve the servants of the servants of the servants of the Lord. Sometimes we may not have access to Guru directly. You should not feel disappointed or discouraged. If you have access, please accept that opportunity, feel blessed, take whatever inspiration and learning or lesson that you need to receive, take whatever instruction that you are supposed to receive. Great, amazing. But when you don't have access, be happy to serve the servants of Guru. Servants of the servants of Guru. Servants of the servants of the servants of the Guru. That's what Dasanudas means. We cannot demand the attention of Krishna directly. We cannot feel, we should not feel that it is my right to connect with Krishna directly or connect with Guru directly. Yeah, if we get an opportunity, please do it. But if you don't feel disappointed. Don't feel envious. Don't demand. So the greatest ecstasy of life is in considering oneself the servant of the servant of the servant of devotees. And here is this devotee who had direct access to Lord Gopinathji. But when Gopinathji engaged him in the service of Madhavendra Puri, he said, Yes, my dear Lord, I am very thankful to do this service to you. You see, he did not say, Oh Lord, I am your servant. Don't engage me in the service of Madhavendra Puri. Some strange devotee, some stranger has come here. Why should I serve him? He did not think like that. Or you give this postman job, courier service to somebody else, not me. He did not say that. He's very grateful to do it. Although he's personally serving the Lord, he's equally eager to serve another Vaishnava with full appreciation. He delivered the pot in Madhavendra Puri's hands and he offered prostrated obeisances to Madhavendra Puri. When we have such a non-envious quality, then we'll become dear to Krishna's heart. But even if we have slightest trace of envy towards another Vaishnava, we cannot understand Bhagavad Gita, we cannot understand Bhagavatam, we cannot please the Lord. So we need to curb that envy by sincerely practicing bhakti. So Madhavendra Puri received that pot of sweet rice. He ate it with so much of gratitude. He washed that pot, broke that pot into pieces, and he tied those pieces of that earthen pot in his outer cloth, and daily he would eat one little piece of that pot. He became so grateful to Gopinathji that he has stolen this pot of sweet rice for me. I should not be eating only the sweet rice inside the pot. I should eat the pot also. That is also mercy, right? Of course, we cannot imitate Madhavendra Puri and eat earthen pots, but we can definitely value his emotion, appreciate his emotion. Each day he would eat one little piece. And by eating that one piece of earthen pot, he would become so overwhelmed with ecstasy. And now Madhavendra Puri had another concern. He was thinking, Lord Gopinathji has stolen this pot of sweet rice for me. Now this news will go viral. Even without social media in those days, news would go viral. So Madhavendra Puri is very much concerned. Although this pujari has given this pot of sweet rice to me in seclusion, when nobody is watching, that too in the night time in a marketplace, no one knows as of now. Only three people know so far. Gopinathji knows because he has stolen the pot. Pujari knows because he's the one who delivered the pot. Madhavendra Puri knows because he's the one who received that sweet rice. Only three people know. More people should not know. So let me run away from here. He ran away from there. Let me immediately go. Before this news goes viral, I need to leave this place. I don't want any fanfare. I don't want people to come and then praise me as a great devotee, this and that. No, no, no. Let me just immediately run away from here. So he went to Jagannath Puri. He has no interest in Pratishtha. This is called Pratishtha Nari Sada Kumari. You see? So Pratishtha, the goddess of Pratishtha, is always an unmarried lady. Why? Because she runs behind devotees, but devotees run away from her. They don't want Pratishtha. And many people, materialistic people, run behind her, but she's not interested in them. Right? Therefore, Pratishtha Nari Sada Kumari. Anyways, Madhavendra Puri, he thought he was afraid that I may become uh, uh, very famous now. I don't want that fame. I don't want people to come and worship me or praise me, etc. So let me let me disappear from this place. So he left. But before he reached Jagannath Puri for sandalwood, his transcendental reputation, his fame reached Jagannath Puri. Already the news has gone viral overnight. People came to know that this Madhavendra Puri is such an exalted devotee that for him Gopinathji has stolen sweet rice, and since then Gopinathji became so famous as Khirchor Gopinath. Not only Gopinath. Till then his temple is Gopinathji temple. Now from now it became Khirchor Gopinathji temple. Lord became famous as Kirchor Gopinath, and Madhavendra Puri became famous as someone who received special grace of the Lord. Pratisthara swabhavayai jagate vidita yena vanchata haya vidhata nirmita. So this is the nature of a devotee's transcendental reputation. Although a devotee is not eager for any reputation or public attention, a devotee automatically becomes famous. At least when Krishna desires that the devotee becomes famous, the devotee automatically gains reputation. So people were aware of his reputation, and as soon as he reached Jagannath Puri, people would come and receive him with so much love, so much affection. Uh, and Madhavendra Puri, now he felt, what am I supposed to do now? Already people became aware of my reputation, aware of what Gopinathji has done for me. प्रतिष्ठार भये पुरी गेला पलाया कृष्ण प्रेम प्रतिष्ठा चले संग गडाया. Means Madhavendra Puri, although he fled from Ramana, his reputation, which is brought about by his own bhakti, his own love for Krishna, is so sublime that Pratishtha also followed him. And by the time he reached Jagannath Puri, His fame already reached and people became very respectful towards him. Now, what did Madhavendra Puri do? Madhavendra Puri engaged that reputation, used that reputation in Krishna's service, in Gopalji's service. Because people are very respectful and they're ready to do whatever he wants. So Madhavendra Puri folded his hands and said, if you want to help me in some way, please give me some sandalwood. Please give me some camphor. I want to take this sandalwood all the way to all the way to Vrindavan, Govardhan, and grind that chandan and apply that chandan on the body of Gopalji. That is the purpose of my visit here. You please arrange this for me, he said. So devotee doesn't want reputation, but if he gets reputation by the Lord's arrangement, devotee uses that reputation in the Lord's service. That's the purpose of reputation. What is the use of reputation only to become proud? That reputation must be used to bring people close to Krishna, to engage people in the service of Krishna. When we have that purpose of connecting people to Krishna, then we can have wealth, we can have fame, we can have talents, we can have skills, we can have many things in this world. But if we have anything in this world which cannot be utilized in Krishna's service, that's a burden. That's a distraction. So let us not be distracted by these opulences of this world. Let us hold whatever is required, whatever is favorable for our service to Krishna. If something is not favorable for our service, we should not hold on to it. But if something is favorable for Krishna's service, we should not fail to accept it. Right? So Madhavendra Puri is not interested, personally, he's not interested in reputation. But Madhavendra Puri used that reputation in Krishna's service. That's why when devotees are famous, when devotees are wealthy, when devotees are very skillful, very talented, they should not restrain to use those skills or talents or whatever God-given abilities in Krishna's service. Don't reject it. Use it in his service. And don't become proud of it. See, two things. When we get some special opulences, power, prestige, influence, reputation, or whatever, wealth, beauty, talents, skills, resourcefulness, when we have all these things, one option is to reject all of them, considering them as material. Another possibility is to become proud that, see, I'm so great. Both are wrong. Becoming proud of our opulences is wrong. Rejecting those opulences is also wrong. What are we supposed to do? Use all of them in Krishna's service. Karmis become proud of their material opulences. Jnanis, they reject all these opulences as Maya, but devotees know the art of utilizing whatever they have in Krishna's service. Whether it is fame or resources or wealth or beauty or skill or whatever it is, they know the art of engaging it in Krishna's service. If they don't have that ability to engage that in Krishna's service, then they stay away from it or give it to somebody else. Right? So that's the mood of a devotee. So we may be given some opulences, we should use them in Krishna's service. But if you don't have the ability to use that opulence in Krishna's service, take that opulence and give it to somebody else. You use it. Find a person who has the ability to use it and give it to him. Right? But don't consider things as material. प्रापंचिकतया बुद्ध्या हरिसंबंधी वस्तुनः मुमुक्षुभिर्परित्यागो वैराग्यम फल्गु कथ्यते. Thinking that these things are material, we should not reject them. That is called Falgu Vairagya, useless renunciation. So we should know the art of using everything in Krishna's seva. So Madhavendra Puri asked the Jagannath Puri devotees to give him some sandalwood. Immediately the devotees arranged for about 40 kilos of sandalwood and a lot of camphor also. And those who are very much acquainted with government officers, they arranged for all this, and they also arranged for some official release papers. Because these papers are required to show to the toll collectors in those days. So, and they also gave him some money for traveling expenses. They even gave him a servant, an assistant to carry the sandalwood. How can you carry alone? Take one more servant with you. That's how Madhavendra Puri's reputation helped him to collect all this paraphernalia and servant and money and everything for Krishna's service. Right? So then Madhavendra Puri started for Vrindavan with this great load of chandan, and he reached Ramuna on his way back to Vrindavan. He offered obeisances to Gopinathji. Now that he is known figure at Gopinathji temple, all the priests received him with love, and that same priest who brought this Amrit Keli for him, he recognized him. He offered obeisances, and again he gave him Amrit Keli, one more pot. Of course, this time Gopinathji has not stolen. Without stealing, only Madhavendra Puri got it directly from the pujari. So that night, Madhavendra Puri had a third dream. This is a story of dreams. First dream Madhavendra Puri got in Govardhan area, where Gopalji told him to install the deity. Second dream Madhavendra Puri got at Govardhan only after 2 years, where Gopalji told him to get sandalwood. Now in the third dream, Gopalji again appeared in Madhavendra Puri's dream. He said, "My dear Madhavendra Puri, thank you so much for bringing so much of chandan and camphor all the way from Jagannath Puri. By the way, there is no one who can book the flight ticket of Madhavendra Puri from Govardhan to Jagannath Puri. There is no bus also, there is no car also, there is no bullock cart also. He was walking. Alone, he was walking all the way from Vrindavan to Jagannath Puri. That's how he managed his travel. So that is the patience he had. That's the mood of selfless service he had. So now Gopalji appreciated all that service and said, "You don't have to bring all this sandalwood and camphor all the way to Vrindavan. He's still in the outskirts of Jagannath Puri only. My dear Madhavendra Puri, my body and Gopinath's body are non-different. Gopal and Gopinath, both are same ultimately. Gopal is in Vrindavan, Gopinath is in Ramana. Both are ultimately same. So Gopalji appeared in the dream of Gopinathji and said, "You apply this chandan on Gopinathji's body, then the temperature of my body will automatically be reduced." So just believe me, you don't have to bring all this paraphernalia there. Just execute my order, Amara Vachan, without any hesitation. Just offer. Because Madhavendra Puri might say, "No, no, my dear Lord, please don't think that I feel that burden. Please don't think like that. I will bring it, no problem." He may say like that. But the Lord is very concerned about his devotee, the safety of his devotee, and the hard work done by his devotee. The Lord said, "Oh, Madhavendra Puri, please don't worry, just accept my words. This is my instruction. I'm comfortably, I'm very happily saying that you apply this chandan on Gopinathji, my body will automatically become cool. Don't worry about it." So then Madhavendra Puri got up from his dream and he revealed uh, about this dream and Gopalji's instruction to all the priests of Gopinathji and said, "Please smear this chandan on Gopinathji's body every day, and uh, Gopalji's body will automatically become cool." Now this applying the sandalwood pulp on Gopinathji's body is the responsibility of Madhavendra Puri, because through Gopinathji's deity, Gopalji will receive that service. Not that Madhavendra Puri left all the chandan there. Ah, thank God, he told me to leave it here. Let me just go away. He did not think like that. He personally sat there in Ramuna and he oversaw the grinding of chandan. He ensured that the chandan is nicely being applied to Gopinathji's body, and he felt happy, and then he left. Right? So the Lord is independent, his order is all powerful. So you please grind this chandan. Whatever money he had collected, he utilized that money to engage some people to grind chandan nicely. Mm. And see, he received money also. Some donation he received from whom? From Jagannath Puri devotees. He is using that money to appoint some people for grinding chandan. You see. So Gopinathji was supplied sandalwood pulp daily, and the servants of Gopinathji were pleased with Madhavendra Puri's thing, and Madhavendra Puri stayed there in Ramuna until the whole chandan was finished. And at the end of summer, Madhavendra Puri went away from Jagannath Puri. Right? This is how Gopinath ji blessed Madhavendra Puri. This is how Lord Gopal ji blessed Madhavendra Puri. And who is speaking this story? Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is non-different from Gopal and Gopinath, personally is narrating this story. Can you just imagine? The Lord in three forms, as Gopinath, as Gopal, and as Lord Chaitanya. The Lord in three forms is blessing Madhavendra Puri. How glorious a devotee he is. So today we are celebrating his disappearance day. Now, interestingly, in the Chowpatty temple, Radha Gopinath temple in Chowpatty, we have the deity of Gopinath ji also, Gopal ji also. Gopinath ji's deity is white, Gopal ji's deity is black. During Chandan Yatra, we apply Chandan on Gopalji's body, not Gopinathji's body. Although Madhavendra Puri applied Chandan on Gopinath's body, and Gopalji is automatically cooled. In Chapati, somehow we apply Chandan on the black deity of Gopalji, and Gopinathji is always happy. So, anyways, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu narrated this beautiful story of Madhavendra Puri, and he personally relished it. Bhaktagane Sunaya Prabhu Kare Aswadan. The Lord is personally relishing the devotional qualities and Vaishnava qualities of his own devotees. He asked Nityananda Prabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, how did you like this? Can you please tell me I hope you can appreciate the fortune of Madhavendra Puri. Puri sama bhagyavana jagate nahi yara. There is no one as fortunate as Madhavendra Puri, because Krishna personally appeared before him on the plea of giving him some milk. 3 times he appeared in his dreams and gave him instructions. And being obliged by Madhavendra Puri's love, Krishna himself appeared as Gopalji deity, accepted his service, and liberated the whole world. And Gopalji even said, Madhavendra Puri, I want to receive service from you. And Gopinathji, how much he blessed him. He stole the pot of sweet rice, and he became famous as Kirchor Gopinath. And Madhavendra Puri personally organized for the sandalwood pulp to be ground and apply it on the body of Gopinathji. So the Lord is so merciful on Madhavendra Puri. Mahadaya Maya Prabhu, Bhaktavatsala, Chandana Pari Bhakta Shrama, Karila Safala. So the Lord is Bhaktavatsala. He's very affectionate towards his devotees. Therefore, he understood that Bhakta Shrama, my devotee is doing so much of hard work, putting so much of endeavor. Let me make him more comfortable. So he instructed him, you please apply the chandan on Gopinathji's body only, no problem. Purira prema parakashta karaha vichar, alaukika prema chitte lage chamatkar. So devotees, please consider the prema of Jagannath Puri. Purira prema parakashta karaha vichar. So the prema of prema of Madhavendra Puri is unlimited. See the standard of his intense love, prema parakashta. Alaukika prema, it's uncommon love for the Lord. Chitte lage chamatkar, you will just wonder at the extent of the intensity of love that Madhavendra Puri had towards Krishna. He was completely renounced, Paramavirakta. He's always silent, Mauni. He's uninterested in anything material, Sarvatra Udasin. And he is alone, no companion, no servants. And he doesn't engage himself in any mundane activities or mundane talking. Gramyavarta bhaye dvitiya sangahina. Understanding that there will be gossip and unnecessary discussions, he avoided any kind of bad company. And he considered the Lord's instructions as Ajnamrita. Ajna Amrita. Ajna means order, instruction. Amrita means nectar. He received the nectar of instructions of the Lord and executed those instructions. So this is the natural love of a devotee towards Krishna. Pragadha primera yayi swabhava achar, nija dukha vignadira nakare vichar. Pragadha prema means intense love. Yayi swabhava achar. This is the natural swabhava, natural characteristic of intense love for Krishna. Nija dukkha vignadhira nakare vichar. Nija dukkha means one's own dukkha and happiness. Vigna means obstacles. Nakare vichar. A devotee doesn't consider personal inconveniences, discomforts, scarcity, impediments, and unhappiness. Even all these things he considers as a bliss, source of great bliss. Therefore, a devotee is never deviated from his service. They're simply determined to perform service. And Madhavendra Puri is a great example of selfless service to the Lord. Bahu parishrame chandana remuna anila, ananda badaila mane, dukkha naganila. Bahu parishrama. It's a great endeavor to bring so much of chandan all the way from Jagannath Puri to Vrindavan. But our Madhavendra Puri considered it as Ananda Badila Mane. He became ecstatic to do this service. He did not feel it burdensome. Although he's carrying burden of sandalwood, he did not feel it as a burden only. It's burden of love. So, Yehi Bhakta Bhakta Priya Krishna Vyavahar Bhujite wo amasabar nahi adhikar. This is the nature of Krishna and Krishna's affection for his devotees and Krishna's devotees. We don't have the capacity to fully comprehend it. But still, based on what Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami has written in the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela, we made our feeble attempt to discuss some glories of Madhavendra Puri. With this, I'll conclude. Srila Madhavendra Puri ki jai. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Prabhu, for this wonderful class. If devotees would like to ask any questions, they may please unmute and do so.
It's a simple story, Prabhu, but a profound story, of course. I think devotees may not have so many questions. So we will conclude here. It's late in the night. If you have questions, I'm happy to answer. Okay.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Amlarjun Prabhu. Amlarjun Prabhu, Hare Krishna, are you there? Shivaguna Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Shivaguna Prabhu.
Okay, Prabhu, we can conclude.
Raj Prakash Prabhu. Hare Krishna, can you hear me? Okay.
He's unable to unmute.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. It's so wonderful you let the pastime. Especially normally when we hear this pastime, we focus on the Madhavendra Puri actually. But now, so wonderfully you focused on that Pujari who came from the temple to give the part, his mood, and so much to learn from his wonderful behavior, Prabhuji. So thank you so much, Prabhu. So many pastime came, actually, so many points came from this pastime. And all the 4 days were so nectarian. We had the 4 days off Liberation Day, and you really made it, Prabhu, so useful. And it was so nectarian. We learned so many points in all the classes. So extremely grateful to you. And also very grateful to Anuttam Gopal Prabhu for making this wonderful trip of yours in Kanya-dāsa for the very first time. And on behalf of all the devotees from Kanya-dāsa, Prabhuji, like to extend our gratitude from the core of our heart. Our dream came true actually when you were here in Kanya-dāsa. and hearing from you directly. It was such a wonderful experience, Prabhuji, and so much learning, so much purification. So all together, I'd like to extend our gratitude by taking shelter of the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
And we request Prabhu, please Prabhu, whenever again your time permit, please come here, Prabhu, enlighten all of us. Always will be waiting for your association here, Kanyadesh. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Gopal Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Hare
We are
Krishna.
grateful to you for making this possible. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. So, with your permission, I'm ending the session. Hare Krishna.